It's week 1 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Steelers and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Vick. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. A short one there to Freiermuth. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there, and you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Harris running straight ahead. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. But coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a first down carry for Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Off the play fake, Vick. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to, and I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now Roethlisberger. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and a couple. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Roethlisberger. This is caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth taking it in. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Falcons offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Vic to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Vic now. Got a man, it's London. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now here's Vic. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Throwing, Vic. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next possession. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Roethlisberger. This will be caught once again by Brown. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Steelers first down.
Roethlisberger will throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So here's Vic following the interception. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Vic readies to throw. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. To throw, Vic. Throw out wide is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field diving to grab it? No, he didn't. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us, looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Vic now after the fumble recovery. Short throw caught by Pitts. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 38 now, here's second down and a yard. Here's Vic. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Looking to throw. Vic. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Buying time to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw. Vic. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Falcons are back within a score.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
That time, a 6-play drive. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Roethlisberger. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now here's another carry for Harris. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage. In the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good to make it 17-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick it off for Pittsburgh.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Vick over the middle, caught by London.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the toss, here's Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Vick. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. Oh, he shifts past him. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, Everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Looking to throw. Vick. Keeps himself upright. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Algier. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Vick. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steelers offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Roethlisberger. A short one there to Freiermuth. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Matt Judon able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. A touchdown pass there for Bailey Zappi. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. LaMichael Pirine. 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Kareem Hunt, a touchdown run in the victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They find some open field here. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 38-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now here's Vick. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Room past the 35 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Hand off now to Robinson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And caught by London. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. Harris running straight ahead. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 15-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. They run again with it. And he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as they'll take this up close to midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action now, Vic. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Vic out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Vic now. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Being chased out left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Ineligible
Let's see who
receiver
this is on.
downfield. Offense.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Still first down.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Pass on the out route, caught by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To the sideline and incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Roethlisberger. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but this is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 52 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Now Roethlisberger. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Ben to throw again. That is caught. Touchdown.
Van Jefferson from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road, week one. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On play action, Vick. His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And the Falcons, first down.
It'll be Vick once more. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
That's another Falcons.
From the gun, Vick.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Number 8, Kyle Pitts.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
To throw, Vick.
Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7.
At the Steelers' 7-yard line.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing, Vick.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll try the right side with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way